Everybody's got opinions. We want to know what's yours. This is Everybody's Got Opinions with Keith D. Williams, former Wayne County Commissioner and political consultant Skip Mungo. We're going to take what you say and put the whole world on blast. Don't go away.
And today we have my friend Steve Elam, former principal, educational consultant.
Yeah, I'm in.
And like me, we both parking lot politicians. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you're right.
So you can catch everybody's got opinion on Courageous Detroit Radio, www.courageousdetroit.radio station. You can go if you want to listen to us. Just go there and hear see all the stuff we've been doing for the last month or so.
Yeah.
Now you can also call in today at 313-395-3336. 313-395-3336.
Right.
Everybody's got opinion out here, man. And
yeah,
my little nephew my grandson called me yesterday. The granddad, I'm gonna tell you something. He's got opinion.
I know he does. It's Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm sure he does have an opinion.
Well, we want you to call in. We have a segment. We're gonna start a segment today called Detroiters Speaks. Detroiters Speaks. I want you to call in at 313-395-3336. Call in now and give your opinion. Now, Steve.
All right, what you got?
This week, I got a story. It was a story written by Karen Dumas about me.
Okay.
We were talking about how black folks are being treated politically and economically. So in this story, I'm going to read part of the story. It says, former Wayne County Commissioner Keith Williams recently posted on Facebook the important Detroit news story detailing how Gretchen Whitmer Economic Development Team helped Republican businessman John Rakolta secure a $178 million no-bid contract to prepare the site for Ford Motor Company battery plant in Marshall, Michigan. Ford put the plant on hold during the United Auto Workers strike.
Okay.
In the post, Williams gave an example he learned from a former coach. Fish on my own shores first before I go somewhere else. His point was that before helping those on the opposite side of the political aisle, perhaps Whitmer should be helping those in her own party, meaning black folks. Now, let me say this to you, Chris, Steve.
Okay.
It's going to take a little bit further. There was $178 million. So what's so bad about the $178 million? He's a Republican operative. He's a former Donald Trump appointee.
Okay.
He's a businessman from Michigan. He helped destroy Detroit public schools back in the day during the school takeover. Okay. Then you got this woman named Faye Bandoon, an insider with the Democratic Party, got a $25 million grant to recruit Arab businesses in the community. I ain't mad at her for doing that because at least she's looking out for her community. Okay. Then the third issue is this. I hear they're getting ready to put $25 million downtown to fix up Monroe Street. Okay. I ain't mad at prosperity down there too. Yeah. But what about the hood? What about the people who are loyal to the Democratic Party, who give their all in all, who's always voting, and when they cast their vote, they looking for some prosperity. Okay. Now, Steve. 4 things that happened to us in this journey of life in Detroit that caused us not to meet the wealth gap standards. One was I-375 when they ran a freeway system through Black Prosperity. But the thing about Black Prosperity back then, we owned our little businesses, but we didn't own no land or no property. Then the 67 riots, in certain places in Detroit, we couldn't live. Up until 1970, we couldn't even live in Rosedale Park. They had us isolated in a black area.
Certain areas, yeah.
Where other folks that look like us owned the stores, controlled the commerce, and we were still leaking, and we were still getting beat up by the Detroit Police Department.
Yeah, the Big Four that y'all talking about.
The Big Four, yeah. Now let's fast forward.
Okay.
Let's fast forward to the 1992 school takeover. We was $100 million in the black. Test scores was up, and instead neighborhoods were stable. Go in the neighborhood now, wherever there's a closed school, the neighborhood is closed. And then we're going to lastly, and not least, is the bankruptcy. They created a serious scenario where they came in, destroyed people's pensions, sold off the most valuable goods and services. We got a regional water department, which was owned by the city of Detroit. The taxpayer paid for it. Now we got a regional, it's being regulated, the Great Lakes Water Authority. Okay.
And it's not a Detroit.
It's not Detroit owned. We still own the infrastructure in Detroit, but we don't control it. So Steve, all I'm saying is this. I'm not telling black folks not to vote. I'm telling them now they need to pay for your vote. With better services, with economic, a chance at the economic dream, and more importantly, the respect factor. So, Steve, I'm opening it up. Callers, call in at 313-395-3336. I just gave you a brief synopsis. I was rambling, but I got to my point.
Okay.
It's time for respect.
It is time for respect, totally. So now the challenge, that was a lot of information.
So we're gonna take.
Let's start with this. Okay, let's start at the beginning, where Governor Whitmer. It's an opportunity for that side of the state. I'm not familiar with that side of the state. I'm not in that industry. My one thing that I would ask, and maybe someone out there in the listening audience can tap in, who else is in that industry African American? or a person of color. Because now it is what you said, that they got to buy. It's always been a buy and give, so we think. And I think me and you talk about this all the time. We got folks who are in leadership right now. See, they've been bought. So technically,
not everybody, not all of them.
Not all of them.
I want to clarify that. But there's some sneaky.
Well, I think it's to the point of where they know how to speak the language that gets the needle moved in a certain direction. So that could be pastors, that could be youth leaders, that could be school districts. And as we talk about here in Southeast Michigan, as Detroit Public School goes, the entire state goes. Now, after spending years in education and having an opportunity to work with state legislation, as the Southeast Michigan goes, Detroit Public Schools is the largest school district in the state of Michigan. And then they set the economic tone for a lot of school districts throughout the state. Now, here's the funny thing about the state of Michigan. There are over 900 school districts or ISDs or LED, whatever they want to be called. There are 900 entities across the state from Upper Peninsula to Lower Peninsula. Now, you have, at one time, like you just said, Detroit Public Schools was in the black. And what nobody points out in the economical standpoint of it, that was the only industry in the state of Michigan that was making money. Out of everything that's possible, my dad talked about this years ago. Out of everything that was rolling, the big three was already losing money, and that's why plants were closing and things were happening. Detroit Public Schools was the only thing in the black in the entire state. And in the state, because that is why they came for Detroit Public Schools, because of what
that $1.5 billion.
Oh, man, they were in the black. So now how do they bleed that?
Let's take a little further.
Yeah.
They saw that Dave Snead wanted to refurbish the schools.
Well, yeah, they knew how to break up that infrastructure.
But what he did, he went out and got a bond, a $1.5 billion bond.
Yeah, and the city went for it.
And the robbers, the robber barons came in
and did what they do.
They do what they do.
Yeah.
They rob and steal.
Yeah.
And what they did, they said, you black folks ain't gonna control $1.5 billion. They went and did the sneak thing. They went to Engler calls the emergency. He had a law called emergency manager, and they took over the school system in conjunction with, at the time, Dennis Archer was mayor.
Okay.
So he had to be a part of it. I'm not saying thoroughly was not all in
somewhere
in the food chain.
Somewhere came across that desk.
It came across his desk. Okay.
Yeah.
So he could have said no. I think he did a little bit, but at the end of the day, they took over the school system and destroyed the Detroit Public Schools, destroyed the communities, and guess what? And we're lingering from that harm was caused to our system.
Well, even before then, because even to allow someone to come in and destroy your school system, which you know me, being in education, it's a partnership. Me and my buddy, we talked about this the other day. The partnership is home and school, but home is the first teacher. Home is the first teacher. We can't get away from that. And now what happens as what you're talking to and leaning on about getting our vote, we have to be educated enough to know who we're voting for and are they for us. And like you said, hey, you got to get something in return, because what we've been getting in return is not what was expected, what is needed, and what we really should be demanding. And the way we demand it is having platforms such as this, becoming involved in politics, becoming involved in your community, because that's the only thing you really can control is what's happening directly starting in your home, then as you move outward. But the biggest thing that I know, as we're discussing this, the funny part is it's still a decision to be made. So, okay, we fought for the right to vote. Now, who do we vote for? Who really has the interest?
Yeah.
Who has our best interest?
So our vote shouldn't be for free anymore.
Oh, no. It never should have been for free, because so many people
we ain't
died.
actually do anything criminally.
Right. Oh, no, you don't have to.
No, we saying that if you get your parks fixed, I want my parks fixed.
Yeah.
If you got to, just think about this for a moment. What Holland Park and Executive said, what happened to them is criminal.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't have a school system in Inkster, and they don't have a school system in Highland Park. Right. They don't have a bank in Highland Park. They don't have a bank in Inkster. So how can you function without a school and a bank?
So now that's what you just described as the folks that now there are people living there. No, notice that there are people living there. They're making income. They are purchasing things because you for sure. I do know what's in those areas: a fast food restaurant, a church of some sort. There are all these different industries that take money, but they aren't actually helping to keep the money in the community and help get it going, fluctuating. You've done this several times, and we talk about this. The black dollar only stays in the community 6 hours.
Yes.
Other communities,
23. White folks, 28. No,
weeks. For the Asian folks, it's weeks that it circulates.
It's the same thing.
So now, where are we at? And we look at that is what we think. See, we're trying to purchase our happiness. I think that's the best thing to look at it. And they sacrifice school system, banks, and things of that nature. But now is the time for what it looks to be a rejuvenation and revelation of what can you do to make sure that you are handling your business. And it's going to be, you got to call people to the carpet. So that means voters, you must go to those open houses. You must go wherever they're showing up to rally support, go there and ask those tough questions. Like the one thing I really found great was how the white lady stood up at Joe Biden's press conference to ask about Palestine and saying do a ceasefire. See, it's going to take people like that to actually do that right now in our own neighborhoods. We don't have to put it on a national level. Where are people showing up to actually ask the tough questions of our city officials, people who are on the water board, people who are on the school board? Challenge those people. That's the way it's gonna work. Because then you find out what people are, and then you actually find out are they voting in our best interest when they get behind the closed door and have to check off that ballot.
Well, I want to say this to you. I wish we could have James Brown, The Big Payback. The song James Brown, The Big Payback.
It's coming.
Hey.
It's coming for a lot of folks.
Get paid back. Think about this.
Yeah.
I just pulled this up. On CNBC,
okay.
Frank Holland joined Squawk Box to report that black spending power is $1.6 trillion.
So that means, folks, if you stop, just take an hour. If you stop spending
$1.6 trillion.
Keep your money. Open up a bank. Shop with somebody black. Shop with some person of color.
Yeah.
Not Asian, not white, not Jewish, not Arab. Shop with somebody who's black and watch what the dollar do.
Yeah, we see if your money only stay in your hands 6
hours,
everybody else eating but you.
Everybody
eating off us but us.
Everybody.
On every corner, you got somebody of a different
nationality,
different ethnic background are making money off of black folks.
Yeah, and I think more of we don't need more sponsorship of little league teams by them. We need them to go ahead and put the bank back in the community, or show us or allow us the pattern, because you're gonna have to have a mentor. These people have to walk you in, and that leads back to the second person you said that got a $25 million grant. So it's still I don't know of the prominent, and there are many prominent African American business people in the city. What are their stands, and are they standing up to rally folks to get behind them to go out and get those grants?
I just pull up another statistic.
Okay.
It says, what race has the most purchasing power?
Oh, African.
Okay,
Americans.
No. White folks, 61%. Okay. African Americans, 22.6%. Hispanics, 12.9%. Asian, 3.2%. So black folks is carrying everything.
For everybody.
For everybody.
Our money's being disseminated to somebody else, their families, their school systems, their economic infrastructure. There you go. Now, I think what I thought about, and I'm glad that the UAW is going after Toyota, and not necessarily going after, it's for those people who work there. And they said when they got their raise, because the people at Toyota knew that was going to be the next step for them to come to them, and then, the UAW stands for You Are Welcome. The task going to be now are the folks who are going to receive that pay raise. They got to make sure that they purchase what they're purchase what they're buying. Because right now, what you just described to me is the money comes in so fast, and we give it to other communities. We stand around and we wonder what happened to it, but we are not paying it forward, which is the biggest piece that we can actually do with our income. Hey, man, All I know, you telling the truth.
Think about another statistic.
What you got?
The average net worth amongst black households rose to more than $340,000 a black household.
Right now?
Yes, that's as of 2019, probably changed.
Okay.
And then it gets to the next one. What race holds the most wealth in America? We know who that is. The second is, they don't say who the second.
But we know white folks.
household.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is this. We keeping everybody else rich. They make laws for them, not for us.
Yeah.
The laws are either detrimental or laughable, okay? But when we get power, we don't know how to use power. Then, in 2013, we're a city 85% black, and we get mad at each other and vote for somebody that don't look like us. Because you got mad at a young man, but guess what? Every other race has craziness, but we got craziness in our race, but everybody got craziness in our race, in their races. So it's scandalous to me. Come on in. It's scandalous that it's scandalous what is happening.
Well, I think that's more Jay-Z. I just watched somebody posted something on Instagram. Jay-Z is he every time we choose to start a business or do something, they walked around. Somebody was hating on us.
Yes.
But it's us hating on us. It's not doing what should be happening, which is congratulating and participating and funneling. Before there was a funnel system, funneling access and action to a black business. We'll find a way to critique. We'll find a way to downplay it. And also then not even pulling the coattails when it comes to customer service. Let that black business know, hey, man, the lady at the front counter, man, she not cutting it. She needs not fire her. She needs some etiquette classes on what customer service is. Because without customers coming through the door, no one gets paid. And that's actually what happens in a lot of systems with Keith. We don't participate in that manner because all it takes is that one bad review. And like you said, it's just the one time that it does happen.
Yeah.
So now I think you're right. Not that it should be sold, but we really got to call people to the carpet and ask the tough questions and ask them, what did you vote on when this came up? What was your vote? Be specific and ask for, why did you select that? And if you're my constituent, why haven't I seen you? See, that's the other thing. It's the holiday time, so everybody going to start showing up in communities and doing all the turkeys. But now, before, where were you at during July, August, September, October? You got to participate. Hold people accountable.
Man, when I was a county commissioner, I showed up.
Yeah.
Not on.
Well, you show up now.
I show up. I'm not elected to office.
Right.
I'm still doing constituent work. But the bottom line is because I love black people. I love this community, and I want to see it get better.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It can't get better when we're weeping all the time.
Oh, no.
And not bringing joy to the situation.
And, and everything that you talked about, it was that, and it's only one race, it's a human race. It's those people have decided.
To some people.
Yeah, well, to some people who we know who they are. Those people decided that collectivism was going to move this thing along. We decide the individualism. Even though we see white folks practicing individualism a lot, but they become collective when it's time to stop someone of color doing something. Very instant. It's the automatic. It's like the I think they call it the roll call or whatever they call it, the wolf call, which sends out the signal. They get together in the end. Now they'll be, and we see that in the politics now, the House of Representatives. They done got rid of all these folks to set it up for this.
Yeah, well, just look at it, man. All I'm saying to you is this. If you're a city 85% black, then you should have a plan to make black folks' lives better.
Keyword, have a plan.
Have a plan.
That means you got to sit down
and
work it out and think it out.
Let's think about this, Steve. I-375 was destroyed by them.
Yeah.
Now, if they didn't destroy it, they want to come back and benefit from it again. Okay, they got a meeting down the city council on Tuesday, MDOT. Mm-hmm. Okay, they the one ran the freeway system through black folks, called it a slum under the auspices of economic development. They destroyed people's wealth, disseminated us out through the community,
Yeah,
Then
with no resources.
With no resources. Then on top of the ones that own the land, they got paid, and we got zero-sum gain. Okay?
Yeah.
Then on top of that, the robber barons keep robbing. They buying up all the land. Then they come up with restrictive covenants that we couldn't live in Rosedale Park or East English Village. So they put us in a cubby hole where y'all just fend for yourselves. And guess what happened? It's still going on to this day.
Yeah.
Right over here where we at. It's poverty.
Yeah.
Okay, it's poverty throughout the city of Detroit, but the word is Detroit is coming back. Okay, you got midtown to downtown. You got downtown, looks like somebody, you can't find too many black people walking downtown right now.
No, because they at work.
So at the end of the day,
they working 2 jobs.
Yeah, at the end of the day, when is black folks going to say enough is enough?
I didn't say it for me and my family. Like, it all boiled down to people, first of all, and Keith, you know this, they not reading, they trying to live and survive. But what they forgot to do, those folks who escaped and they think they out there in Bloomfield or Farmington Hills and all these other places, and you're wondering why things just can't get right because you didn't follow through on your commitment, which you said you were going to do, which is grab hold and make a way for somebody else. And like I said, if you can keep showing up, I can keep showing up, Skips keep showing up, all these different folks. Congratulations, my homeboy, Dr. Bunchy Yusuf Shakur. So you got folks who are actually doing their part. It is time for us to highlight those people. We can't worry about folks because people are in love with poverty. Now, I didn't learn this. 37% of the people who are actually living below poverty means they grew up that way. And that means somebody showed it to them, they satisfied with it, and they don't. All the opportunities are there. Now, I'm being honest.
How can you be satisfied with poverty, man?
Not me.
No,
but some they don't know.
They just don't know.
Steve, and what do it say in the Bible?
This show the people perish.
There you go. Hey, so somebody had to have a vision to show you, Keith. Somebody had a vision to show me. Steve. We got a vision to show you. You better get out here and hold these people accountable for what they voting for in your interest. They don't want to do that, man.
Steve, let me say this to you. They've been on a wrecking crew all since we came into this. America.
Man, when they brought us over on the boat, that was part of the plan.
All I'm saying to you, there's black men wanting to take care of their family.
Yeah,
but guess what? When they brought the welfare system in, black man couldn't be in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, that was one of the criteria. So what happens then when you do that? You just took the man out the house and you take the power structure and the grit to make a family go. Okay, So it goes from generation to generation. Steve, I don't think anybody wants to be poor, but guess what? When you destroy a school system, when you take the jobs out the community, and then when your own black folks start running from you, what do you get?
That mentality of no hope.
Yes, but then you got black folks running away from black folks too.
Yeah, they think they're going to find something
different. Yes,
they think they're going to find something different.
Hold on. When they're out of town, they ask you where you're from, West Bloomfield, but when white folks out of town, they say they're from Detroit.
And scream it.
And
they from Adrian, Michigan.
Yeah, they from Adrian, Michigan. Because guess what? The new
scream it.
But black folks, my kids are in Jack and Jill, and my kids are at Detroit Country Day. Or they had changed it to Country Day.
No, it's still Detroit Country Day.
Yes. But they
nowhere near Detroit.
They're nowhere near Detroit. It's all on 14 Mile. But people moving in, people moving out, all because of the color of the skin. I want to give James Brown big payback.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, man.
Yeah.
They done robbed us. The robber barons are still.
Okay, so now, so we can look at what they did.
Okay, let me say this.
Okay, go ahead. Because we can dwell down there, but we got.
Let me say this.
Hey man, we got a machine and powerful tools.
Hold on.
But we coming through, man. We don't have no choice if you allow yourself to be ignorant.
Hold on, just look at what's happened to Michigan State. My listening audience. This is what happened to Michigan State. They got a bad sister named Rima Basser. Okay.
Yeah.
She's the chair, the chair of the board of trustees.
Yeah.
Okay. There's some skullduggery in the game. They using Sapphire or Aunt Jemima, okay, to go out another sister. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did we do that instead of taking taking the young ladies and they go in the room and settle their differences. Rima wants to do, but this young lady named Brianna Scott, who I supported when I was, I'm chairman of the Michigan Democratic Party Black Caucus.
Yeah.
She gave her speech to the convention about welfare. She was a welfare young lady. What that got to do with anything? Because sister, you up there, you got a law degree. Talk about your prosperity. Don't talk about something that.
No, what she was just saying where she was coming from.
No, but come on now, we got to stop that.
I just told you what happened.
No.
Folks know what to say to get you to move the needle for them. I said that.
No, she was playing to those. She was playing to those folks.
But I know. So don't have me pull out the red. I know you seen the commercial where the guy pull out the red flag and say you want to replay. Remember, I said that's what folks do. They specialize in knowing what to say to get them into their position. And not to play another role.
Yeah, I get it. But what I'm saying to her, stop it. Stop it, sister. Don't destroy this. But I'm going to tell you something. There's some skullduggery in the mix. Debbie Stabenow got her hands in it. She
getting ready to retire.
Yeah, she getting ready to retire. They try to orchestrate a coup. Then you got Debbie Stabenow come to Detroit, smiling in the churches. You okay? Eat sweet potato pie. She may get a plate of greens, okay? Talk about she love black folks. She love America. Then she bring this girl, Lisa Slockin, ain't never been on Livernois, never been on Finkel, from somewhere up in Lansing area.
Oh, instead of supporting
Then her commercials, she talking about she went to CIA. Everybody know the CIA put the drugs in our community, okay? And guess when she shows up? My friend Richard Wright became the president of the Council of Baptist Pastors. She shows up. Debbie Stabenow got the playbook on black folks.
Yeah, so now look, you just said
so they
running the playbook.
They running the playbook. They getting healthy, and we getting fat. And we getting fat, and the fat is causing heart trouble, high blood pressure, and all that other stuff. Yeah. They making money. Their kids getting the best education. They driving the best cars. They living in the best homes. And guess what? Mr. Williams, I need your vote. This is I need your
I'm
vote.
laughing because that's the way they sound.
Then they say, this is the most important election of our lifetime.
I thought Obama was in my lifetime.
Yeah, guess what? They always say that. If you've been around all the politicians, those folks say this is the most important election in our lifetime.
Yeah.
For them, not for us.
Okay, so what's Hill Harper saying?
I'm going with the brother despite himself. Because guess what? If y'all can bring Shree in, Shree can't speak no English, okay? And when he said reparations, you got to understand what is he saying.
He going from his lens and perspective of reparations.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So guess what? Guess what we do? 9 of us run against each other, and he gets in.
Sneak on in.
Yeah. Now he got rap music on his commercials now. He said, I know, I got the playbook. Everybody come in Detroit, they got the playbook.
Okay, so now look, that go back to what you said about Jim Harbaugh and stealing signs.
Yeah, now come on.
The playbook is simple.
Yeah.
Everybody got the playbook on the African American vote. Now I'm just using what you said. Yeah. He got the playbook. So he's doing nothing different than any other college recruiting class coach does.
But guess who get you?
And I played in the Pal League. We would see the other team's coach at our practices. That ain't nothing new. That was 35 years ago, so the same going now.
Steve, let's keep it simple. This is the deal.
Right, keep it simple.
Let's keep it simple. What Michigan State is green and white.
Yeah, that's
green and white. Greenbacks. You get it?
I got it.
Michigan is go blue. God bless America, and they're still inside. People signs to win.
Man,
okay,
but not the first. They ain't the first.
Hold on, Steve.
They ain't the first.
You cannot justify Jim Harbaugh.
I ain't justifying.
The brother got fired at Michigan State. Jim Harbaugh should be fired because he's supposed to be a maker of men. He's still inside. Then the guy
I didn't know they lied. I didn't know they lied.
Hold on,
okay,
Steve.
Go ahead.
Steve, the guy on the sidelines, on the payroll, making $50,000, $60,000, got tickets to everybody's game, and they don't know who he is, but he on their sidelines.
But he on their sideline.
Yes.
So now, who else is on Michigan's sideline? That's what I'm saying. This is part of the culture. Hold on, man.
Steve,
Nah, this Big Ten. This is part of the culture that they have created. And I'm saying this now. You compared the
I'm gonna tell you, I ain't talking about
sex and cheating on your wife different from sex and then stealing some football signs.
No.
And you'd have made $90 million. I don't care what this white woman look like or say. Let me tell you what I ain't about to do. Nate,
Steve.
he could have afforded to go get somebody from overseas.
Steve.
He'd have did better.
Steve.
Versus stealing signs on the football field.
Steve, in my opening conversation,
Go ahead.
you're supposed to fish on your own shores first. Let's stay on our shores. I ain't talking about LSU because we all know they're crooks. I'm talking about the criminals in Michigan. The two most prestigious colleges in Michigan.
Yeah, they ain't
University of
that
Michigan. One is green and white.
Well, you saw that when they didn't fire and do all what they did to Penn State as they did to Michigan.
Yeah.
You saw Big Ten saw that too.
Hold on. Let's go a little deeper in Michigan. The doctor was raping a young man.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't do in both. Come on now. How the head football coach don't know.
Schembechler, one of the greatest Michigan men of all time. Son just exposed. He got kicked out the family 2 weeks ago for exposing. His daddy knew.
Now, they went to Joe Paterno's house. The man had a heart attack because when they got exposed, they took all his stuff away. But not for U of M trustees and the board trustees to do what they need to do.
But brother, it was at Black.
And they paid the people.
The black men.
They paid the football players from Michigan.
Yeah, but the brothers were vulnerable too. That's the sad thing about it, man.
Taking advantage.
Taking advantage. Them perverted doctors.
They predators.
Hold on. Michigan State.
That's a real super predator.
Hey, Michigan State had a pervert, and Michigan had a pervert. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. Michigan's stealing signs. One goes get accused of rape. Okay? Steve, where do we go from here?
You better send your kids to an HBCU. Or send them out there with Deion. Send them out there with Deion.
Yeah,
or we need more people to step up like Deion. Because the other thing I think that people don't talk about, how Deion, a lot of Deion's personal money went down there to Jackson State.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah. A lot of it, and also the fact that him moving, why not elevate and then take it to the next level as a black coach? See, I think a lot of people get trapped in that. But parents understand, so they need to go professional in something else. Because after so many concussions, you might not be able to go pro in nothing else anyway. So you need to pick up a baseball, golf. Let's change that scenario and actually give more kids opportunities. Because what's happening, man, we got our youth that actually going down the trailway. Only 100 jobs every year in professional football, but you got millions of young black men trying to get to the spot, and they actually wash out.
All I want to do is just focus on my shores.
Okay. We sticking with Michigan. All right.
I'm sticking with Detroit.
We sticking with Michigan.
Hey,
all right.
Detroit's got an entertainment market of $2.8 billion.
Yes.
How do we get that money, man? We got the liquor stores. No, we don't own the liquor store. We got the bars, some bars. But we're going to everybody else's stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Internally promoting one another, and everybody got to get. Well, trust me, it's coming because we got 2 more weeks before the governmental shutdown, and that's gonna show it all what it's worth. Because you got so many people out here counting on governmental money, governmental contracts, things of that nature. Since this is political, the task once again comes back to you got to show up at places and ask the tough questions and not be afraid to hold people accountable.
So all I'm saying to you is this. God be the glory. We got to look out for each other.
Yes, sir.
Stop hating on each other.
Yeah.
And them brothers, they always talking about West Bloomfield. You got to come back home a little bit mentally. Because some of them brothers checked out.
Oh, yeah.
They checked out.
Yeah.
You know, everybody want to be at the golf courses now. Got a stogie in their mouth, okay?
While the people in the hood got weed, they got a stogie.
No, but
I'm saying that's the way.
Hold on.
They think they have arrived because now they've allowed you to purchase their drugs.
Them brothers may have a stogie on a golf cart, but a joint in their car too. They ain't.
Oh no, I know that. I'm just saying, but the brothers here satisfied with just going to the corner store now.
Hold on. Them brothers do too. Them brothers buy the Mercedes-Benz. They probably have a joint in their car too. But what I'm saying to you, Steve, is this: we all in this. We all on this boat. We all in it together. And I'm just tired of black folks fighting. Yeah. But guess what? If you're gonna choose a college, go to a black college. Don't go up to the University of Michigan. Okay. Don't go up to Michigan State. Yeah. You see what they do to black folks up in each university. Okay.
Plain and simple.
and brothers be wearing the University of Michigan's colors, and you got the green and white colors. I got Black Man Who. I walk around with Black Man Who.
Yeah.
Okay. It was created by my friend in the audience, Arzell Smith.
Yeah.
He was with me. Said, we talking about blackness.
Right.
Control your own dollars.
That's right.
Fish on your own shores. Fish on your own shore. You go in every street corner or in Detroit, somebody will get making money off us but us. What are we scared to be in the retail business for? Go get you some stuff. Right. Go get you some liquor. Everybody go over to Costco's to get their goods and services. Why can't we do the same thing?
Same thing. That's right.
Okay, let me tell you another skullduggery they doing, man. They taking all the commercial buildings. If you don't pay the water bill, they put a lien on your property. And eventually you're gonna pay the lien, they take your property. So it's one big theft on Black America, okay?
So you need in your wheelhouse. You need an attorney. You need an accountant, or decide to take an online course yourself that you can become fiscal responsible. You also need God in this equation. So that's the piece I know we haven't talked about. But you got to have God somewhere in this equation to keep you in your right mind, because you will want to go out and be counterproductive when an issue arises and you don't know how to handle it. Because stress for Black men alone, and I'm glad that we sporting the Black Man Who, stress alone takes us out because we have no outlet. I think I was listening to Steve Harvey. He said as he went over to Africa, that was the only time where he walked outside and he did not have to put on the piece of what it means to be a Black man in America, where he was no longer considered a minority when he went over there, and it felt so great. And we can do the same thing in our neighborhoods if we choose. Now, let me tell you who walks around and they don't fear. Young people think they don't fear, but they terrorize their own communities. See, that's the part we got to help young people start to see. And I can admit, as a high school principal, there are things that we did as we dropped the ball trying to achieve academic prowess. The academics actually come through the community, because that's the first school that teaches you how to survive. If you don't learn how to survive on the east side of Detroit, you will be, and most people tell you, if you can survive here, you go anywhere on the planet, which is true, because you were able to navigate a system that was already set up and designed to actually either kill you, jail you, or get you hooked on drugs. And survival is the fourth, which is an anomaly for most, that they do not survive. Mm-hmm. So now as we look at this, our voting power contingents upon you being wise enough to educate yourself on and hold people accountable. Or step up your game and run for office.
Listen to all this. You know what I saw today before going to the radio station? They had Kim Kardashian. They said this. She's a marketing genius.
The mother or
Kim Kardashian?
Okay. I'm gonna say the mother.
The one that was married to Kanye.
Yeah. It was all.
What I'm saying, she got her skill sets from Kanye. Kanye was a brilliant guy. Yeah. Because Kanye got bought into their stuff. But I'm tell you something. They always,
we the culture.
Yeah, but guess what? They come in us. They come get black. And then blacks
and we pay for it back.
Yes, that's what we do, man.
Clothes, hair, style, cars. I think about how my buddy, he works at, he was a seamstress, and I used to always see our cars pimped out, with the piping and everything. Now that's part of the luxury item that you can get from Cadillac. You can get all that stuff. It's all part of the car payment, the rims and everything. All of that started with us.
The call, the style. See, I will take you back down memory lane. Remember the night? I don't know if you.
I don't remember.
You don't remember the night?
Nah, look. I'll be 50 this year.
Hey, you don't remember? you don't remember the drop top '98?
Yeah, my uncle had one.
Okay, the deuce and a quarter.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. I remember sitting in
Diamond
the back.
in the back, sunroof top, digging in the scene with the gangster lean. You ever heard that song?
I heard the remix by Ice Cube and NWA, but I got you. It was from them, but yeah.
Hold on.
Because they were part of Dramatic. That's what they listened to.
I see brothers now wearing tight pants with the at the bottom they real thin.
Okay.
You look at the Temptations, look at their clothes. Temptations set the trend.
And where were they from?
Guess what? But the lawyer told me yesterday made perfectly sense.
Okay.
We captured the stage, but we didn't capture the economics of the stage.
Yeah. Because we do it for love.
We're performers.
Yeah.
And they control the food, the liquor, the gate, They was getting rich back in, and then they made you sign a bogus contract. I heard some story about the Parliament, the Funkadelics. They never owned their music.
Yeah.
A lot of them brothers didn't own their music.
Still don't to this day.
Till this day.
Yeah.
So,
and what a rap artist explained to me, if for all my future you think you want to be a rap artist, the contracts are loans. It's not actually a contract. You get a loan and you get out here and you do good, they're gonna give you another loan, but you still on the first one with interest. See that math is a mud. Compounded interest is real deal. Compounded interest. And what happens, see, that's the school system. Because school system don't teach you how to make money. They teach you all the lessons and lies how America became what it is.
Yeah.
But the school system's not going to teach you how to make it.
It's their world. It's their America.
Yeah, it's their version.
It's their version of America.
Yeah.
And we chasing after their version.
A lot of people are.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You know, I'll never forget this. We was in my high school, see, games were played between 3 and 6. And you ask wonder why? Because we didn't have any lights. So we went to play a school called Bay City Central. We got up there, so we went go down this road and damn lights, man.
And what year is this?
It was lights.
What year is this?
That year was 1973.
Yeah.
Okay? So listen to this. We get on the field, pop, pop. Man, they put quick points on because we got caught up.
Y'all hadn't seen it. Y'all hadn't played it.
Like that. Hey, the stadium was.
You had off.
Hey, hold on. We was at a college stadium, Steve.
Yeah.
And
that's how beautiful it was. That's how it laid out.
I said to myself, then we go back in the locker room. I messed up. I couldn't catch the ball because I couldn't see the lights.
Yeah.
Then we figured it out. Instead of getting caught up in the lights, we should got caught up in the playbook.
Yeah.
But eventually we came back and tied them and went in overtime. Okay? They have advantage on us. Half them brothers on the bus probably got their lights turned off at home. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. When you got lights,
and now here's the same thing that's going on. So now,
I'm saying.
So now I'm saying I agree. The next step is my uncles and my grandfathers go participate at the youth league so that one either participate through time, monetary funds, because exactly what Keith just explained 50 years ago is happening right now today. They get caught up in you got to look good, but they don't have the equipment to work like how other people working. The field is not taken care of. The light, I think about McKay. I played at McKay Field, which is now Sand Pool Field, where we had lights. Yeah. That was because those black men, those Masons, got together and they fundraised and they put it down, and it's still there to today.
Let me say this to you.
So we got to do it as a collective.
Over there in Boston,
yeah,
that was the Catholics that gave their schools, gave their field to the black brothers.
I believe.
Yeah, that's true.
No, hold on. They ain't give it to them. They bought it.
No, they gave it to them.
Well, the maintenance and everything else. Well, in the aspect of, I forgot. Yeah.
Off records, I tell you about all the stuff that happened. But everybody don't need to know our business. But let me say this to you, Steve. All I'm saying to you, we keep getting played.
Every time.
Until we stop the madness, they're gonna keep playing us. The Democratic Party plays us. The Republican Party plays us.
So at some point, we can't blame them no more.
We can't blame them. We got to blame ourselves.
I'm about to say, you got to put the mirror up and look at the mirror.
Yes.
I do this workshop with kids and teachers. Well, I start off with kids, and I put a mirror up and let them know, you are this the person. Meet the person who's responsible for your actions, your words, and your grades. Then I do the same thing with teachers, because the thing that we forget sometimes is only person we actually can change is ourselves.
Yeah.
People think they influencers. The only thing you're influencing is a weak-minded person. Someone who's strong-minded knows that it is up to them to change themselves. And those are successful people. So once again, if you need to show up at the different things that are happening, NAACP has a calendar of events. Show up. Ask those people. Hill Harper has things going on. Show up. Ask him. Go to the city council meetings. Show up and ask people the tough questions that nobody is asking them. And no, you shouldn't just want to do it to record it. You actually want to hold people accountable to find out the truth. And that's what happens in a lot of instances that I pay attention to. People don't want to even hear the truth no more. They satisfied with, well, okay, he gave it a good college try. Okay, but we still losing, like you said.
Yes. And all I'm saying is the robber barons are in Detroit. Mm-hmm. They get on 75 or 280. They got the same mission. To keep theirs and take yours. Okay?
Yeah. But that's how America was founded.
Hey, hold on.
That's the
but
American
the bottom
dream.
line is,
ain't it?
Isn't
that what my man said? Hey, that's the dream.
Hey, 85% of Detroit is black.
And at one time, it was 100% Indian.
Hold on.
Listen what I say. At one time, it was 100% Native American. As a matter of fact, Native. We don't even want to call them American because we put that title on them. I got him.
I got to do history on that one. But the bottom line is this. I'll never forget this as long as I live. When Benny was running against Mike Duggan, I seen a black man run out of his house and start screaming, Mike Duggan, Mike Duggan. And I said, brother, what's up with that, man? He said, y'all messed it up. But they don't want to tell you Coleman Young was the greatest fiscal mayor in the history of the city of Detroit.
He made sure everybody
They told their story.
Yeah.
So we need to tell our story.
Quickly.
Before
you aren't even allowed to tell the story.
Hey, we sitting in a black-owned operation right now.
Yeah.
But our doors should be clamoring with folk.
Nah, because we don't need them clamoring just yet.
Hey,
it's coming.
Hey, but what I'm saying is, they was at 9-10. They got ran out of 9-10. Master came in one day, said, "Oh, y'all got to go."
Yeah.
And they was at the restaurant talking about the 9-10 co-hosts and hosts. They was eating good one day. It was all on Facebook. And 2 months later, he said, "Y'all got to go. Get your bags. Y'all got to go." And then he said, "Drop my keys at the door." And they had the police follow him out the door.
Yeah, treated them like
and guess it, and add insult to the wound. Guess what is out there now? Conservative talk. Fox 2 is paying his bills. Black folks, they trying to find themselves. See, you can't keep running. You can't keep going at them and want to be like them.
And they really trying to be us. Yeah. That's the part. They want to be us. Yeah. Everybody want to be black till it's time to be black.
But what I'm saying to them brothers, I got to go to a meeting about some black folks. They want to start a black media consortium. I'm not going to run away from them. Let's go talk to them.
Yeah.
Okay, when they start talking crazy, I'm going to leave. Okay, but the bottom line is, don't waste my time.
Yeah.
Okay? When you can't believe, you won't achieve.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we got to believe.
And believe beyond a check.
Yes.
Believe that you're doing it for the reason for the people behind you to uplift them. Because once it's just for a check, then that's how you get bought out.
I told my grandsons this. I told my grandkids, I brought all my grandsons together. I said, don't you ask nobody for nothing. You come to me.
Yeah.
And one of my grandsons, why? Because you don't know what they're going to give you. You know what I'm going to give you.
Yeah.
Okay? We got to train them.
That's right.
Train them now.
Well, I told you it started at home.
Train. But what I'm saying, Steve, we got to have the tools to train up a family, man. You got to have tools.
Yeah.
Man got to have self-worth.
Yeah.
He got to have some ends.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, some money, okay? but they got to have some tools. You can't just put us out there with no tools, man.
Well, actually, you can, because the black man is the one who started with absolutely nothing, and look at where we are now.
Yes.
So imagine if we actually, I think, who is this? Fred Price. I know we got a few minutes left. Fred Price does a great sermon about playing Monopoly. Now, imagine playing Monopoly. You 400 years in the deficit, but you still in the game, and now they finally give you your first 200 where you cross go. And now we have elevated to that point where I think a lot of us have lost sight of you supposed to reach down and pull somebody along.
Well, we've been having a good conversation today. We're all over the map, but the bottom line is this. We love black people.
Oh, for sure.
And we just want black people to do better.
Yeah.
And if we can't do better, man, then why are we here? If we can't put another black person, why are we here?
That's right.
I want to take back my streets. I want to take back my commerce. Yeah. I'm just only one person. I can do my part. I'm asking the citizens out of Detroit to do your part.
Yeah.
Because everybody got an opinion about what we're going to do and what we can't do.
Yes.
But we got to do something. God bless everybody. God bless America. And have a wonderful Saturday.
Good show, man.
Isaiah. What up?
I'm glad.